All right, so when this was first announced, I was kind of shocked. I was not expecting an Orphan prequel, especially since the main actress, Isabel Furman. It's her Isabel. Yeah, I was like, is it Isabella or is it Isabel? Isabel Furman is 25 years old now, and in the first movie, because the first movie is from 2009, which is 13 years ago, so she would have been 12, which is the age she was. Although no, she's supposed to be 9. Recently lost their 9-year-old. Yeah, they adopt a 9-year-old girl.
She's supposed to be 9.
She does not look 9 in that movie. She looks about
look
12,
9.
which she is. Which it is what it is. So anyway, this was a really big hit at the time because of the twist. A lot of people went to it just expecting a killer kid movie, something like The Good Son with Macaulay Culkin or whatever. And you got that. You got a really good killer kid movie, but twist is she ain't no kid.
She's not a kid.
So that was great. And I realized that twist maybe like 20, 25 minutes. Whoever I was with actually leaned over and told them and kind of ruined the movie for them because they were like, what? And then when it happened, they were like, well, fuck. You already told me. But I still thought the twist was great. And so when they announced this, I was just like, oh, okay, how are they going to do this? And I've seen some shit about how she looks in this film because she's 25 and they, they make do with what they've got here. And they don't have some Marvel budget to try to make her look de-aged like they do in a Marvel movie, right? Honestly, her appearance never bothered me once. It never took me out of the film. I've seen people say much to the contrary. I think those people just, I don't know, they're expecting too much. I feel like it's a suspension of disbelief because in the first film she is 12, playing 9, and in this film she's 25, playing 9, I guess. Did they say she's 12?
I thought she was 12 too. I don't know where we're getting the 12 from, but I definitely thought she was 12. Maybe
when she gets, but okay, it wouldn't make any sense because she's Esther, right, and I don't want to get into spoilers too much. All I'll say for the film is that the plot is that Esther. I forget what her real name is. I don't know if it'll have it here in the thing.
Her real name.
I can't. It's Lena.
Lena.
So Lena is in this mental institution. She breaks out and she finds a family to live with, much like the first film. But don't let that detract you because this is not like the first film. It definitely takes a turn that's unexpected. That's all I'll say on that. I don't want to give it away by any means. But I will say that I was a really big fan of this film. That being said, and I want to hear your thoughts before I actually say any more.
Earlier I was going to say, as far as her appearance goes, I do think her contact lenses are a bit, like, they're just noticeable.
Sure.
And they're like circle lenses, so they're made to, have this more youthful appearance. And I think that it works in certain lighting, but then some of the more like directly lit shots, like you can really clearly see the contact lenses. So that's a really minor gripe, but that was one thing as far as her appearance goes that I noticed.
Here's her in the first film.
Yeah, she doesn't have them in the first film.
No. But
at all. And it's because when you're a kid, like your eyes look much bigger anyway. So the circle lenses do kind of have that effect whenever you put them in as an adult.
She doesn't look like she does in the first film. And I don't care. She's 25 fucking years old.
I don't think, I think besides that, like, I was fine with her appearance, and I think her acting is great. And
absolutely,
obviously not to give any spoilers away, but like you were saying, like the movie doesn't go the way you expect it to, and it was really cool where they went with it. We were like really invested. I mean, throughout the movie, but especially like 3/4 in or halfway in, whenever it happens, and then it just gets really exciting, and it was cool. It was really cool. I think it's a great prequel film,
Yes.
and I don't really have many complaints with it. I think that we both want to talk about how sad Esther or Lena's life is.
Yes.
Like, it just definitely makes you feel just bad for her, because it has to suck to look like a kid forever and get to, you know, have to miss out on all of these adult activities because nobody will take you seriously as an adult when you look like you're 9.
Sure.
So it's a bummer, and she's obviously talented, as
Very
you see in
talented,
Orphan,
yeah.
and that's highlighted again in this movie. So it's just it's a shame that she
And the way she's
is
treated.
evil.
And the way she's treated is
Yes.
terrible as well. I will say, okay, I would prefer this film to be about 20 minutes longer. And I would like there to be more kills. I think that would definitely bump this film up for me. As far as like people talking about how this is slashery and that there's like some brutal kills, not really. I wouldn't go down that road with it. I don't think this is a slasher, and I don't think that this has any really brutal kills. There's only one kill I can think of that it's kind of psychologically brutal. And that's about it. So there's no like really graphic on-screen kills or anything like that. This movie doesn't even really focus on kills much.
No.
This film doesn't have a lot of kills. There's a couple, but that's about it. So don't expect a ton. And I would definitely tweak the ending a little bit. I felt like there were certain things that I was like, oh, I would have liked a little bit more out of this, because you really want that payoff once you figure out what's going on. There's kind of a catharsis that you're looking for, and there's certain characters that you also want that with that you don't get at all. So the catharsis that you're looking for in one way, you do sort of get it, but not as much as I would have liked. And then other characters, you don't get it at all. And that's where that extra 20 minutes would have came in. So I would love a director's cut,
Yeah.
where there's more,
For
but
sure.
I don't see how there could be. With the way the story plays out, there just wouldn't be room for it in the story of what I would personally want. But with what this film ended up being versus the original announcement and kind of, I honestly never thought this was going to happen. I thought when they announced it that it was going to be one of those projects that was rumored forever. And it was just never going to get off the ground. And then when they were like filming it and they released stills, I was like, this is really happening. And I thought people were going to shit on it, but it holds a 6.0 on IMDb currently. So people seem to be liking it, and I'm happy, because I think that they didn't just rinse, lather, repeat with this one.
No, not at all.
But they make it seem like they're going to, and I think
Yes.
that's what's really cool about it. And Isabel is fucking great in this, as she is in the first one. I don't care if she looks a little older. And what I was telling Kaylee is I think this is kind of fascinating, because this is one of the first franchises, if not the only one that I can think of off the top of my head, where you have this, 12-year-old girl who's playing a 30-year-old, right, in the first film, because it's revealed that she's 30. So this 12-year-old girl has to act like she's 30 years old. And in this one, we all know she's 30, right? But she has to play like she's a child throughout the film. And it's interesting to see her as a young kid act like an adult, and now as an adult try to act like a young kid, because this franchise really, I mean, they kind of shot themselves in the foot a little bit with the ending of the first movie. They couldn't just give you a sequel later. And they shot themselves in the foot in addition to that with the writing, the plot line, because she doesn't age. Right? So even if it was a sequel, and it was 10 years later, 15 years later, she should still look like she's fucking 12.
Yeah. It's hard to do
or
with
9,
the same actress. You
Right.
almost need to have like an animated or like CGI, like full on CGI version of it. But We were talking about it in the movie, during the movie, that she's really scary. Like, as
She
far
is.
as, like, a horror icon goes, like, it's creepy. It's really creepy to think about it because she combines that, like, whenever you subvert, like, childlike innocence, but then it's on a different level because she's not only not a child, but she's, like, an evil adult.
Sure, I mean,
So-
you get so much out of this character, right?
Yes.
It's like a killer kid movie. It's but it's also a killer woman
Exactly.
movie, which,
It's cool, and it's like, obviously she has the physical, like, she doesn't age, but I think you can also approach it from, like, sometimes, women can be expected to remain, like, childlike and girlish for their whole lives. So it was a cool movie.
And also, she's an insanely tragic character. While, yes, she's crazy, I have a soft spot for Esther. Now, I have daughters who are 9, the age that she's supposed to be in the first movie. So I am a little bit more, gonna be the target here for her.
Yeah, she would try and kill you.
No, I just. Well,
Or actually,
according
she
to
would
this
try and be
franchise,
with you.
yeah, she would be in
Sorry.
love with
She
me.
would try and kill me.
Yeah, she would kill you and go after me. But she's just a very tragic character.
Yes.
And I think that I love it. And it's a shame that there's no way we can get another one.
Yeah.
Unless they do a prequel to a prequel, right? To see like how she got in the institution and whatnot. But I don't see that ever happening.
Yeah.
But a very cool movie that takes a total turn that I wasn't expecting. And I knew that was going to happen, that there was going to be a twist. So I was trying to figure it out, and I guessed something completely different, and I was really excited about that. And then I got something even better. So I was like, oh, wow, the twist really surprised me, and in a very positive way. You've got Julia Stiles in here, who I haven't seen in fucking forever. She was big in the early 2000s with, like, Save the Last Dance, and that was her, right? Save the Last Dance. I know her movies because she was in a ton of shit in the 90s. Yeah, Save the Last Dance, and then right? Didn't she do that one? Doesn't matter. Moving on. It's cool. I think it's a really fun prequel. I'm very pleased with it, and I think it pairs very well.
Yes.
And would be great to watch back to back.
Yes.
I think this bleeds right into the next one super well.
Yeah.
And suspend your fucking disbelief. The girl's 25. They didn't have the budget to de-age her too much. They did a great job, in my opinion, with
Makeup
what they had.
and soft lighting
Just accept it. It's fine. It looks good enough to me.
Yeah, me too.
And I thought the movie was kick-ass. But yeah, I mean, I would have added a little more, and she tweaked the ending a bit, so it's not perfect by any means to me, but much better than it could have been. Oh my god, this could have been a fucking disaster, and I think it's pretty damn good considering. So yeah,
Check it out.
Big thumbs up from me.
Mm-hmm. Big thumbs.
Big thumbs.
Big
I have
thumbs
bigger
from me.
thumbs. Yeah, look at that. My thumb is fucking massive. Look at this. Oh my god. Big thumbs up and tiny small thumbs up as well. Let us know. Bye.